Good evening and welcome everyone. This is the APAP showcase for the Florida Dance Theater. My name is Ekes, and I am the Associate Artistic Director and the Resident Choreographer to the Florida Dance Theater. Florida Dance Theater is located in a beautiful little town in Central Florida called Lakeland. We are located right on the I-4 corridor between Tampa and Orlando. I ended up in Florida from New York. I'm a native New Yorker, born right here in East New York, Brooklyn. I met a wonderful woman by the name of Carol Ekes. She is the artistic director and the founding artistic director of the Florida Dance Theater. When I met Carol, I was on a hiatus from New York, needing some time off. And I found Carol at the studio one day after becoming friends. She was doing exactly what you just watched Cassie do, Forever Honest. Cassie is one of our premier soloists for the company. She's a 4-year veteran. And she really kind of identifies with the philosophy of Florida Dance Theater, which is to present contemporary ballet, contemporary modern dance to a community that is definitely underserved in Florida. The exciting part about what we're doing today is that we're stepping outside of our box and we're sharing with you a big, big secret. And it's the fact that we exist and that we're there. We're in Florida creating some really fun, interesting art. We have wonderful, wonderful choreographers that have come to join us, like Mr. Owen Mosley. We've had Michael McBride. So many other wonderful, wonderful dancers have been in and out of the company, like the beautiful Allison Jason was one of the premier dancers in the company when it first started, trained by Carol. Today is a very big day for Florida Dance Theater, and I'm very, very grateful that you came here to spend some time with us. The next piece that you're about to see is called the Tango Suite. It's choreographed by Carol. After her experiences of watching some amazing Argentine tango, she was a dancer with the Cincinnati Ballet, and she was able to travel all over the world. And so she has a passion for the Hispanic heritage and the Latino culture, as you can already tell. I met Carol in Miami one summer, and we danced salsa for like 4 hours. We had a great, great time, and we became very, very good friends that night. I joined the company, and I later went on to do some more dancing and choreographing, and now I am there permanently and full time. Tango Suite was created while I was in the company. It's a duet, and that goes into 2 group sections. Florida Dance Theater does present full evening works. We are available to choreograph installation works. Any type of work that is of the innovative genre is what we're interested in doing. So thank you so much again, and here, without any further ado, is Sweet Tango, choreographed by Carol Ekes. has a wide variety of programming. We work annually from August through May. We work on a different group of programs from Hispanic Heritage, Black History, of course Nutcracker during the holiday season, and then finally in the spring we do an emerging choreographer showcase called Innovations Dance. Innovations Dance was something that we stimulated on my first season back to the company 8 wonderful years ago. I came back from dancing in Texas with the Bruce Wood Dance Company. While I was there, I was able to explore some of my movement quality and some of the ideas that I had as a choreographer. So lots of ballets were born in my head, but I never had an opportunity to actually have bodies to work with. When I got to Lakeland, and there it was. It was a beautiful studio with 10 beautiful bodies that I could work with, and I couldn't ask for any more. I began creating works. I invited Mosley to come up and set a ballet on us called Snow and Roses, and that was really the beginning of the innovative process at Florida Dance Theater. Recently, I started working on a piece called Sudden Manhattan of the Mind. The piece is inspired by the concept of art being something that is inspired not necessarily by the things around you, but by the things that are within you. My work is usually inspired by some emotion that I've experienced or something that has happened to me that then makes me relate to the music in a way where I'm expressing myself through whatever it is that I'm feeling from the music. So I found this music, and I'm spending time with the dancers, and there's all these conversations going on about New York, and oh, we've got, New York. And I thought to myself, okay, New York, right? So then what do I have to put myself in a New York frame of mind in order to be somebody who can create good work? I don't think so. I think that if I opened myself up to the idea that the work was something that was mine, then it would be mine. And so that's what Sudden Manhattan of the Mind is. It's a piece of work that comes from my inspiration within myself, my inspiration that comes from the dancers and from the work that they do and from what they put into the environment that we exist in every day. So maybe it is a Manhattan state of mind that we have right there in little Polk County, Florida, in a dance studio where we work daily from 10:30 till 3 o'clock. And that's our Manhattan of the Mind. So without any further ado, I'll show you my work in progress for the Innovations Dance program in April. And I'll take some comments afterwards and tell me what you think. Sudden Manhattan of the Mind. go from this point, and I just know I have a lot more to do. The idea that I can be asked to do a project and then I can actually have a creative process of my own when working on the project is what is the most intriguing to me. Florida Dance Theater is working on several projects as we speak. We're always being asked to participate in different types of programs in Florida, particularly a wonderful new program called Platform Art, which is located in Central Florida. It's an art party that travels throughout the state, and we are now the dance component of this program. Of course, I have to talk now finally about the premiere, because it's a near and dear piece to my heart. It's called Conversations Amongst Angels. I've never shown it before anywhere other than at the Earl Mosley Institute of the Arts. This past summer, I was able to work on an amazingly talented group of dancers there, and it inspired me to develop the work and to take it a step further. The piece is ultimately based on my experience of 9/11. Most of us, in relationship to 9/11, always refer back to the moment that it happened and where we were when it happened. What were you doing in that moment? You were on your way to class, or you were on your way to work, or you were busy in your day-to-day life, and then all of a sudden this thing happens and it just changes everything about the way you look at life. In that moment, most of us resort back to the inner child, the child that sort of like can become fearful and kind of, freaked out about this big thing that's happening. And so that's what happened to me. I'm in a car on my way to Fort Worth, Texas, rehearsing for the Bruce Wood Dance Company, and I had just finished watching the images on television that morning, and it just stood in my head, and it stayed in my head for years. The inspiration that came was my relationship to myself, to what I consider to be my God, my Catholic upbringing in Brooklyn, and my connection to what must be happening in the universe spiritually while this is happening. What are the angels saying as they look down on us and they see what is happening in this world that we're living in here today? And how do those angels connect to us as human beings, and how do we connect to them? It's all in the same for me. I felt very strongly about how I was looking at my own life and how I could relate that connection in that moment to other moments in other people's lives. It's the same as someone discovering that they're losing their job, or that they have HIV, or that someone in their family is dying. It's almost the same pain that you experience. And so from that pain came Conversations Amongst Angels. It's about that inner turmoil. It's about the listening to the angels and knowing that they're going to give you the truth, because the truth is really what we're all looking for. So Conversations Amongst Angels is now a company piece. I'd like to extend it into a full evening work, but this is my finished product for now. So without any further ado, I will show you the world premiere of Conversations Amongst Angels. And thank you so much. If you have any questions for me, feel free to ask me after the show. We have DVDs for free, so everyone please take a DVD and share. I am open to anything. I just want to showcase these wonderful dancers and give them an opportunity to experience all the wonderful things that I've experienced in this wonderful career that I've had. Thank you so much for your time, and see you again.